If you got a pack of boneless beef ribs and don't know what to do with it, watch this video. Trigger warning, yes, I do clean off my boneless beef ribs and I still remove the membrane because it still is attached, even though these are not bone-in beef ribs. Anyway, after I do that, I go in with some seasonings. I just use the basics, some onion powder, garlic powder, and some steak seasoning. And that's literally it. What I do like to do also is let them marinate with this steak and chop marinade seasoning from Lowry's. I cover it up with some saran wrap, set it to the side after I mix it together, and just let it marinate for about 15 or so minutes prior to adding it to any pans, any ovens, and things like that. It will literally change the texture of your meat, and it does make a difference because these are ribs and you do want them to cook thoroughly, and they should come out looking something just like that. In a hot cast iron or a hot skillet, add you a little bit of neutral oil and chop you up half of an onion. This is just going to give it some more flavor, and I did add all-purpose seasoning to those onions and let them saute. I had to turn that heat down. As y'all see, it was popping, okay? Anyway, on top of the bed of onions, I went in and directly added the boneless beef ribs. This is just searing them on both sides. It's going to create that juice, that marinade that's going to help them further cook in the oven. And also, after you do this, go ahead and preheat your oven to 365 degrees because you're going to let them finish cooking in the oven. This is just searing them. And these are kind of thick boneless ribs, so I let them cook on each side for about 2 minutes just to sear them. And once you start to see the searness on both sides, you want to go in and turn off the heat, and then you'll cover them up. And this is just me showing y'all my cabbage as well. I do clean off my cabbage. What I like to do typically is peel off that first layer because it has like the most dirt. Even though you are going to clean it off, I typically remove the stem and just chop it up however I do see fit. And I do love to make southern cabbage. So in a pot, I go ahead and add my bell peppers and my turkey sausage, and I let those cook and let those brown. After I clean off my cabbage with some good cold water, I went ahead and added the slices into the pan on top of the bell peppers and the sausages. And I add a little bit of chicken broth to the bottom of the pan so the cabbage doesn't burn, and just cut that on like a medium heat and turn it on low. Now back to the ribs, I add in a quarter of a cup of beef broth in that same cast iron or skillet. You could put it directly in the oven. This was about 20 minutes in the oven. After I took it out, I added the barbecue sauce on top. So all I did was add in the barbecue, and then I added in some red hot to make it like a hot barbecue situation. Rubbed it in with my prima donna utensils because her utensils are bamboo and they really, really like that. You want to make sure each end is coated, real coated with barbecue sauce, and put it back in the oven uncovered for like another, I don't know, like 20 or so minutes. Don't let them overcook. And then I paired it with the rice and the cabbage, and that was literally dinner, y'all. It was so delicious, so tender. If it had a bone, I promise it would be falling off. It was so tender. That's how I make my boneless beef ribs. If you want to try this recipe, save this video.